My name's David.
Oh, and my name's Lindsay.
Alrighty, and today we're going to be giving you our choices. Again, our choices, our picks for our personal top 5 action movies. That's right.
I don't know why I thought that was actiony, but...
Well, they're guns. There's a lot of guns in action movies. Now, this is more of a personal... I mean, I love action movies. I'm a dude. I love action movies.
Me, not so much.
You, not so much. But, you were able to find some that you loved. So, let's kick it off.
Oh, am I going first?
Ladies first.
Oh. I ain't no lady. So anyway, my number 5 is 1988 Die Hard. Which
The first one.
Yes, and I can consider that even a Christmas movie?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Which is weird to some viewers, I guarantee, but...
Actually, I don't think...
It's Christmas.
I don't think it's going to be...
It happens during Christmas.
I don't think it's going to be as weird as you think it is. A lot of people consider that a Christmas movie.
Well, then good. I'm so glad because... I mean, I'm a huge fan of Bruce Willis, and it all started when my dad showed me, what's it, Moonlighting? Or Moon...
His TV show?
Yeah, the TV show. And
farthest thing from Die Hard, but yeah.
But I was a huge fan of him, and then I saw Die Hard during Christmas. Because my mom was like, that's a Christmas movie.
You know what's funny is that my mom was the same way. She's like, you guys want to watch a Christmas movie? And she throws on Die Hard.
Yeah,
so dope.
Yeah, I always loved that movie, and it's action, and since I'm not a big guru on action, I chose that one. So.
Now I have a machine gun.
Ho, 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 ho.
Ho. Can't get better than Hans Gruber, I'm just saying.
No.
Alright, so my number 5 for my favorite action movies of all time is actually Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
That's a good one.
Now, don't get me wrong, I love Terminator, I love the first one, but I think everyone would agree, well, most everyone would agree, Terminator 2 was just head and shoulders far superior than the first one.
Which is kind of rare that a sequel is better than the original, but...
Especially back like in the 80s, 90s, usually it was the sequel, the second one was way worse. But in this case, yeah, one of the very few times where the second one was way better.
I can get behind that pick.
Just everybody's performance, like Linda Hamilton, as Sarah Connor, she went from like this little kind of naive young woman to being a total full-on
badass.
Exactly. And just like killer. I mean, she's like so good in that movie, and she's perfect for that role. I can't picture anybody else playing her other than her. Of course, Arnold. Back when Arnold was the king of action movies, before he was the Governator.
Oh,
God. Before all this, before what he is now, that was back when Arnold Schwarzenegger could do no wrong. Everything he did was great.
Really? Twins?
It was funny.
Twins.
It was funny. Let us know what you think about Twins. I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny. But him perfect. Edward Furlong as young John Connor. Probably his best role. Honestly, probably
his only good role.
His only good role that he did. I mean, he was perfect as young John Connor.
Let's not bring up the Crow.
Yeah, definitely don't bring up the Crow. Wicked Prayer.
Ha.
If you got 2 hours you don't want to get back, watch that. So, yeah. Anyway, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of the best action movies ever made.
So my number 4 is 1987 Lethal Weapon. So good.
Go spit, Riggs.
See, he can quote all these movies. Not so much me. I can't. I have no idea. I know I'm getting too old for this shit. Yeah, and I know that one. I know that one. But I just love the dynamic between the two characters, and Mel Gibson. I mean, I think he can still know. I think he's really good. I don't care what anyone says. That would be my pick. I love the crazy.
Which also I consider in my family a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, because there's a Christmas.
During Christmas. Yep. I think.
Are we sure this isn't my Christmas list?
Right? I think if I'm correct, I think Shane Black wrote that, and Shane Black is famous for writing movies around Christmas time.
I don't
Look at Iron Man. Look at Iron Man 3. I think Iron Man 3 came out during the summer and it was around Christmas.
I don't think he likes Christmas.
Who knows? Anyway, my my number 4 is also Lethal Weapon 1.
We did not plan this.
Yeah, definitely not. So Lethal Weapon again. Yeah, I mean, just you got the crazy, lethal weapon, if you would.
I get it.
Right? You got the crazy rigs, by Mel Gibson. And other than Nick Cage, who can go full crazy with the character Mel Gibson? And like the polar opposite of that really would be, Danny Glover's Murtaugh.
That's what I'm saying. The dynamic between the two
they were
makes
so perfect
magic
together. I mean, you can't. I mean, yeah, they did the TV show. I personally have never seen it because that's just a movie. To me, you do not touch. You do not touch Riggs and Murtaugh and Lethal Weapon. And actually, also one of the very. I mean, there's movies where he's really good in it, but Gary Busey as Joshua, the villain in this movie, just. Gary Busey's crazy to begin with, but you put a gun in his hand, that man is scary. Like, whoo! Like, just, yeah, I wouldn't mess with Gary Busey, especially with a gun.
That's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him, like, with a fork. But, so my number 3 pick is actually a pretty recent one. It was done in 2014, John Wick.
John Wick's dope.
Surpassed, like, I could watch it over and over and over and over and et cetera, et cetera. Like, I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
Keanu Reeves just...
It's Keanu Reeves.
I think he's a like underrated badass that no one really gives him credit for until this movie, and then they were like, "Oh wow, he could do this." And
I think John Wick definitely brought him back, like to the this guy can kick some ass.
To me, he never left. He was just kind of waiting.
Yeah, I mean, because you go back and you look at Speed, The Matrix. He has other movies like that. Just he's really we know he's not the best because whoa.
Everyone's gonna have haters, and if any of you guys are haters on Keanu Reeves,
but this
I
role,
don't care.
It's like I mean this role. I mean he's not the best actor in the world, but John Wick was certainly a character that he was perfect for.
I think so. I agree completely.
So my number 3 is your number 5, I believe, which was Die Hard. Yes, Die Hard. Die Hard 2 is okay. Die Hard with a Vengeance, Sam Jackson, you can't get better than that. But I love Die Hard 1. I mean, just every character in it. You got Argyle, the limo driver, who is somewhat of some comedy relief in there. He's hilarious.
Okay, so my number 2 is actually 1991, Point Break. That's a movie you don't touch, like you were saying earlier.
They remade it, and I was so hurt when they remade it. So hurt.
I watched it. Still, 1991, the original, so good.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, right? How do you... How do you even how would that even be a conversation in the studio?
Yeah.
Like, you know what movie we should redo?
Point Break. It's like, dude, no, you cannot touch...
There should just
Patrick
be some
Swayze's
movies you put in the vault and you're like, we're never redoing them.
Yeah.
Like, let's think of a new idea for a change. Oh, wait, we can't do that because, that's just too easy.
It's too hard.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
All right, so my number 2 is Hard Boiled by John Woo, and it stars Chow Yun-fat. Hard Boiled. I had a hard time not putting this number 1 because it is freaking awesome. I mean, it was made in, I believe, China. So, it's all in Chinese, but they have they dubbed over in English. And it's terrible English reading by the actors, but you get past that, it's a great freaking movie. I mean, that movie is the opening...
Is that the movie with the birds?
Yeah, and they're in the tea house and all
that.
Yeah, just, man, like, Chow Yun-fat...
I remember it now.
Chow Yun-fat just literally kills it and everyone involved. But, like, he plays Tequila, right? Tequila, and, the first, 30 minutes is just, like, guns firing and stuff getting blown up and people getting blasted. Then it's like 15 minutes of dialogue and story. Then another hour, well, maybe not an hour, but certainly like another 40 minutes of stuff getting blown up and people on motorcycles getting shot up and like just all that. And then
so it's not like follow the story kind of movie.
well, it's like I break it down like this. There's 3 major action sequences, and then there's like 15 to 20 minutes of dialogue in between just to pull the story all together.
All right. So my number 1 pick, and you know, I'm not a big action kind of gal, but 1994, The Professional pulled the heartstrings, man. That plant and his relationship with that plant. No, really though, but just like the dynamic between, you know, a professional hitman and just like his quirky kind of innocent way that he is with the young girl, just I fell in love with it. And then all blah blah blah. Obviously, you have Gary Oldman as
who could do no wrong.
Yeah, as
except
the
for
villain.
except for maybe 1 or 2 roles.
What roles?
I'll get back to you on that.
All right, I was about to say you really have to pull that one out of your ass.
So my number 1 action movie, I know it's no surprise to you, it was on your list as well. It's Point Break. What?
See, can do no wrong with that movie.
Original 1991 Point Break. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, freaking killed it. Gary Busey's in it as well. He kills it as Pappas. I love that movie from start to finish. Everything about it, I love that movie. Funny enough, you know, one of the best action movies ever made was directed by a woman, Catherine Bigelow, who went on to win an Oscar for The Hurt Locker. I mean, you got her directing. I mean, you had, I believe at the time they were married, but you had James Cameron producing. That guy, pretty much everything he touches turns to gold. A lot of people don't know that Fast and the Furious, the original Fast and the Furious, number 1, is actually just a remake of Point Break. It's basically the same concept. You got 4 guys who are thieves. You know, Point Break, they're bank robbers. Fast and the Furious, they hijack electronic equipment from like trucks. But then you got Johnny Utah, Brian O'Connor, undercover cops. They infiltrate the gangs.
Wow,
they
you
become.
know all the names.
I mean, I like them.
I'm bad at.
But it's like they both infiltrate the gangs. They become tight. You know, they became like really good friends. And then at the end of the movie, right when Johnny Utah's about to get Bodhi and Brian O'Connor's right about to get Dom, they let him go out of respect. If it wasn't for Point Break, there would be no Fast and Furious. Or maybe there would, but it'd probably be like terrible. So, well, anyway, let us know what your guys thought. Let us know what action movies we may have missed, what your guys' action movie picks would be. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people talking about Fast and the Furious. So, and it's a free country. You can do whatever you want. Bye.